anywhere with the live stream at WLPOAMandFM.com and the Classic Hits 103.9 app for your mobile devices.
Jeremy Aiken and Kevin Klum back here at Sycamore High School as they now announce the starting lineups for both teams, starting with Sterling. And their starting lineup includes at outside hitter number 2, Jalen Borum. Middle blocker number 6, Rochelle Robinson. The player to watch, as Kevin mentioned, the outside hitter number 8, Kaylee Martin. Number 10, Megan Luce. Setter, number 14, Allison Olson. Number 15, Macy Good, only a sophomore. And their libero is number 17, Jameson Troncoso. Of course, the Cavaliers, you would think, would go with usual starting lineup. Outside hitter number 27, Abby Happ. At middle hitter is the 6'2 senior, number 28, Maria Bruner. Outside hitter number 25, a senior, 5'11, Taylor Gibson. Outside hitter number 23, 5'8 senior, Quincy Weber. Number 7, the setter, 5'11 senior, Alexa Zimmelman. And your libero for the Cavaliers, a 5'3 senior, Chloe Chanot. So we're about ready to start this one. Also starting for the Cavaliers, the freshman, Marissa Justy in the middle row. So here we go, Kevin. These two teams, no secrets. Probably not going to be any kind of plays that either coach is going to be surprised with tonight. Neutral site, that's kind of where you always want it to be decided, I think, in the playoffs. Not have one team with a home court advantage. So we're going to find out who is the better team between Sterling and LP tonight.
Yeah, like I said, no surprises, and basically it's going to come down to whoever executes and has a better night tonight. I mean, they all know the strengths, weaknesses of each other, and so we'll just see who performs well.
Cavaliers, you would think, with more of they do have more of a senior presence, a senior-dominated team. But even though Sterling has some sophomores and juniors playing in the lineup, of course, they have experience getting to the sectionals last year after beating LP. So we're set for volleyball. LP, of course, in their red unis, white numbers, white letters, green trim. And the Sterling Golden Warriors in the dark blue, gold numbers and the gold trim. LP, of course, the top seed in this sectional, coming out of the Dixon Regional. Sterling came out of the Plano Regional. They had wins over Mendota, Caneland, and then Rockford-Boylan. LP wins so far this postseason over Dixon, Rock Falls, and Sycamore. So we're ready for action. The teams are on the court. And it looks like the Cavaliers will start the match on the defensive end as Sterling will get the first serve. It is number 2, Jalen Borum, a 5'10 senior outside hitter for the Golden Warriors. So we're set to go. Borum with the jump serve. It goes right into the net. Well, how about that for a start? Right into the middle of the net. Borum wasn't even close. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come tonight.
LP will take that, and they have their best server up here.
Abby Happ gets it over, and here come the Golden Warriors. They try to tap it. Allison Olson on the second hit tried to tap it over, and it even fell short of the net. So an inauspicious beginning for Sterling. LP up 2-0. Abby Happ with the serve. The libero Troncoso plays it, and there's a miss hit by Sterling. Kaylee Martin, and a nightmarish start for Sterling. A beautiful start for LP. Quickly 3-0 Lady Cavs. Happ with the serve. It goes back to Troncoso, the libero. Good, gets ran into by a teammate, and here's Gibson the bump. Zimmelman the set, Gibson the spike. And it goes just out of bounds in front of the Sterling bench. It was not touched by the Golden Warriors, so Gibson just tried to, I think, spike it out of the reach of Sterling, and it went out of bounds. Sterling with their first point of the night. Back to serve for the Golden Warriors off the bench is number 4, Olivia Pilgrim. Pilgrim gets it to Castelli. Here's Taylor Gibson, blocked at the net, but bumped by Zimmerman. Chanot to Quincy Weber, tapping it over. Here come the Golden Warriors. They're looking for Kaylee Martin. Blocked, kept alive by Coley Chanot. Gibson to spike, blocked, and point Sterling. Looked like a combination of Robinson and Olson for Sterling. Blocked the spike attempt by Taylor Gibson. And Sterling now rattling off 2 straight points. There's a serve to Chanot. Bump to Zimmelman, another bump. Gibson's going to have to bump it over. Robinson, here comes Kaylee Martin. Taps it over, Chanot with a bump. Zimmelman the set. And Zimmelman's going to get a violation. So LP got the first 3 points. Sterling has settled in now and gotten 3 right back. We're tied at 3 with the Golden Warriors Pilgrim serving. Jump serve goes to Coutre. Zimmelman. Taylor Gibson blocked. Sterling's able to keep it alive on their side of the net. And Bruner with the block for the Golden Warriors keep it alive. Tapping it over is Olsen. And Chanot dove head first. Could not come up with it. And all of a sudden, Sterling gets the lead back. Golden Warriors lead 4-3.
And 7 points in, that was the first kill of the night, and it wasn't really an impressive hard one or anything.
No, it wasn't. Gibson to Zimmelman. LP a little bit out of sorts here. Taylor with the bump over the net. Here comes Sterling. Back row spike, a good one. LP bumps it, but it's going to go way out of bounds. Coutre with the bump. Back row spike from Jalen Borum. And Sterling is on a 5-0 run. Sterling leading 5-3. Chanot the bump. Bump to Gibson. Here comes Weber. Blocked at the net. Point. Sterling. Coach Haberkorn checking out the scoreboard. Maybe one more point by Sterling. Could be calling a timeout. 6-3 Golden Warriors. Gibson to Zimmelman. Looking for Taylor. And she hammers that one by Jameson Troncoso. LP needed that point. Taylor Gibson gets the kill. Justy in, Bruner out. Chanot to serve. Cavaliers trailing 6-4 early on in set number 1. Chloe Chanot with 13 aces on the year. Whistle blows, and here's the approach by Chloe. Goes to Troncoso. Olsen to set. Back row spike, it's out. Just out. They tried that back row spike by Borum again. Clearly out right at the free throw line here at the gym at Sycamore. LP down by 1. Chanot is set, going deep, and Sterling taps it over. Blocked at the net by Gibson, but here come the Golden Warriors. Kaylee Martin blocked and kept alive by Chanot. Zimmelman the bump. Taylor just going to have to bump it over for the Cavs. Let's see what Sterling's got up their sleeve. Olsen taps to the Robinson. Coutre keeps it alive. Zimmelman to Weber. Bump, but it's free at the net. Justy going to get the point for the Cavaliers. The freshman Marissa Justy with the point. And that brings LP back to a tie game, 6-all. Big play by the freshman at the middle of the net. Chanot serving for the lead for the Lady Cavs. Goes back to Borum. Here's Olsen. Martin, big bump, kept alive. Coutre, what a job by Abby Coutre. That one's in. Martin hit it over. Taylor Gibson took the chance that it was going to go out. It did not. And Sterling gets the point and the serve back. What a play by LP's Abby Coutre on a thunderous spike attempt.
LP's done a nice job on Martin so far. They've gotten some touches, and Coutre and Chanot have dug her up pretty well.
Coutre the bump, set Zimmelman, spike Gibson. I think she took a little off of it and found a wide open spot on the court. Give Gibson the kill, and tied back at 7. Weber back to serve. Quincy Weber trying to get the Cavaliers back in the lead. Olsen setting up. Here's Kaylee Martin, and she slams it home. Point Sterling. In for LP is Castelli. Getting a breather is Quincy Weber. LP did not get anybody really to challenge that spike attempt by Martin, and Martin will go back to serve now. Coutre. And Castelli just taps it over. Nice dig out by Chanot. And LP keeps it alive. Hustle play by the Lady Cavs. There's a big spike, though, by Jalen Borum. And Sterling gets the lead back by 2 now, 9-7, as Coach Haberkorn comes off the seat and shouts out some instructions. Kaylee Martin with the serve. Almost ate up Coutre. Justy the bump. Spike by Zimmelman. Martin bumps it for Sterling. Tapped it over by Sterling. Coutre to Castelli. Alexa Zimmelman blocked at the net. Chanot hits the antenna. Point Sterling. So LP fought their way back to tie it at 7. Now Sterling takes a 10-7 lead.
It's not too surprising with these two good teams to just have a run, and then other team has a run, and it's going to go back and forth all night.
Martin serves it deep. Point LP. You'll take any break you can get in these two evenly matched teams. That allows Abby Happ to come in the front row. And after a great run by Abby Coutre, she'll take a seat. Back to serve is Taylor Gibson. Cavaliers trail by 2. Here come the Golden Warriors. Olsen taps it over Gibson. Right it for LP. Castelli setting up Abby Happ. Oh, Troncoso, it's at the net. Happ reads it, but LP is going to call for a net violation, I believe. Let's see.
Well, they're calling a redo. They're sitting there both in the net, both teams.
So LP will take it. They'll get the serve back with Taylor Gibson. No harm, no foul. Sterling coach wanting a explanation. So we redo. LP still trails 10-8. Gibson back with a serve. Martin the bump. Olsen the set. Looking for Borum, and she hammers it down. Borum has been a handful early on for Sterling. And the Golden Warriors lead 11-8.
That was her third kill of the match.
Macy Good back in. She's the tallest player on the Sterling roster, going 6 foot. Serving is Allison Olsen. The bump Gibson, the set Castelli, the spike Abby Happ. Oh, big spike by Ed. No, they're going to say out of bounds. That was close. We're on the far side of the court. So it goes just out of bounds, and Sterling with their biggest lead of the night now, 12-8. 4-point lead. Happ with the bump. Set coming from Castelli, going to Zimmelman. That's out. Sterling up by 5, 13-8. Timeout LP. So the Cavaliers with a couple, their last 2 kill attempts have went out of bounds. And the Cavaliers trail 13-8 early on to the Golden Warriors.
Probably a good time to call a timeout for Coach Habercorn, just to settle them down a bit. And you don't want to get too far, away from you this early.
They tied it. They fought back and tied this one at 7 apiece. But Sterling has scored 6 of the last 7 points to open up a 13-8 lead over the Lady Cavaliers.
And it's surprising so far that they're up by 5 points, and Martin only has 1 kill, and Good doesn't have any. A lot of the damage has come from Bourne. She has 3 kills, and then LP's had some errors to help him out as well.
Yeah, it kind of scares you a bit if you're LP, because Kaylee, like you said, Kaylee Martin hasn't done a whole lot. But Taylor Gibson, she's been fairly quiet for the Cavs as well on their end. Yeah,
Taylor Gibson has 2 kills, and Justy has the one off the free ball, and that's it for LP so far.
Got to get Abby Happ going. 13-8, Sterling with the serve. It is Allison Olsen. Olsen hits it to Gibson, set by Castelli. She taps it over. Troncoso reads it for Sterling. A left-handed spike attempt. It's in. Point Sterling. Macy Good. Sterling moves the lead to 6, 14-8. Cavaliers searching for answers a bit here. Gibson the bump, set Castelli. Abby Happ the spike. It's dug out by Martin. Bump Gibson, set Castelli. Justy in the center. Sterling backpedaling. They're going to get it over the net though. Chanot, Castelli. Happ taps it over. Not much on it. There's a bump that goes backwards. Borum, Castelli, Zimmelman. It's at the net. Zimmelman kept it alive. Whistle blows. And point Sterling. Golden Warriors threatening to run away with this first set. They're up 15-8. Allison Olsen back to serve. Chanot, Zimmelman, Abby Happ. And Sterling cannot play this one. So Abby with her first kill of the evening. LP needed that one to stop the bleeding a bit. 15-9. LP gets the serve back with Tristan Chapman seeing her first action of the night. Chapman with a bullet of a serve. Troncoso and goes just out. Boy, that was close. Hart skipped a beat there. So give an ace to Tristan Chapman. Her 21st of the year. LP back within 5.
That was like a sinker ball in baseball, man. She really smoked that one.
See if she can replicate it. Martin with the bump. Olsen with a set. Here's a spike attempt, and it's going to go off Taylor Gibson. Kill Megan Luce for Sterling. That's a new name for the Golden Warriors. So Sterling with the serve up 16-10. And back to serve for the Lady Cavs is Megan Luce, 5'9" senior. 7 seniors on the Sterling roster. 8 for the Cavaliers. Gibson the bump. Castelli coming up with the set. Zimmerman taps it over. Here come the Golden Warriors. Borum, it's in. Cross-court spike by Jalen Borum. She's really been the player of the game so far. And Sterling leads 17-10. The senior captain for Sterling, Jalen Borum. Gibson the bump. Castelli keeps it alive. Zimmerman, a miss hit. It's falling apart for the Lady Cavs. They trail now 18-10.
Alexa probably should have let Chloe Chinook get that one. Alexa's kind of falling back and hit it, and Chloe was right there, could have bumped it over.
Here's a hit to Gibson. Zimmerman looking, Abby Happ. Blocked. Castelli keeps it alive, though. Gibson, Abby Happ again. Heads it over. Martin for Sterling. Olsen setting it up. Borum again. Happ keeps it alive. It's a free ball at the net. And LP's going to get the point. Over the net, but violation on Sterling. A big break for LP. 18-11. Back to serve is Alexis Zimmerman. Cavaliers need a run. They're down 18-11. Here's a jump serve coming up by Alexis Zimmerman. Martin the bump. It's at the net. Happ taps it over. Point LP. Abby Happ gets the Cavaliers' 12th point of the night, 18-12. Let's see if the Cavaliers can make a huge run in this first set. Zimmerman with the serve. Goes to the back row. Martin the bump. Olsen the set. Looking. Who's got a Martin? Back row. Great dig by Chinook. Zimmerman the bump. Abby Happ's going to have to bump it over for LP. Martin to Olsen. They're looking for Martin. Back row. Hits the net. Weber kept it alive for LP. Abby Happ the spike. Troncoso for Sterling. Olsen keeps it alive. Borum hits it into the net. LP has rattled off 3 in a row. 1 point at a time, ladies. It's 18-13 now. Zimmerman back to serve again. Goes to Martin. She has some troubles with it. Olsen. Who's going to do it? Borum barely gets over. Looked like it hit the antenna. It did. Point LP. LP's got 4 in a row. It's 18-14. Going to start tightening it up a bit on the Sterling sideline. One more point. May see a timeout for the Golden Warriors. Martin the bump. Olsen the set. And that's 3 hits. Robinson wasn't expecting it. And indeed, timeout Sterling. The Cavaliers have rattled off 5 in a row, bringing the Cavalier faithful to their feet. Sterling still leads, but LP has the momentum, now within 3 points.
LP only has 1 kill during this run here, but they've kind of kept Sterling out of sync a little bit, and so Sterling's had some errors. Hit that one, bad set right there. They hit one out of bounds. So LP will take that. If they keep keeping them out of the system like that, they're going to get those kind of points, and then LP will need to start getting in system themselves and get some more kill attempts because they've been kind of sending some free balls over.
Yeah, it's kind of a run right here that we're seeing like in baseball where you say, at least just put the ball in play and make the defense make some plays. LP's keeping the ball in play, and Sterling is making some errors. So the Cavaliers are back in this set. It was 18-10 and looking pretty bleak a few minutes ago, but now the Cavaliers are within 3, and Alexis Zimmerman will try to keep this going for LP. Alexis jump serve. Goes back to Martin. She's a little shaky handling the serves. Good with a left-handed spike, but what a bump by Chloe Chinook. Gibson from the back row. It's in the rafters. See what Sterling can do with it. Martin to Good. It goes out of bounds. LP within 2, 18-16. By Zimmerman, I'd keep hitting it at Kaylee Martin. She's been bumping it, but really uneasy on defense.
She's not in there for her defensive ability, and it's kind of showing there. She's in there so she can get to the front row.
Zimmerman instead goes to Borum in the middle. Robinson, the tap over, gets it in. Big point by Sterling to stem the tide. But again, LP is right back in this one. It's 19-16 Sterling. Borum with the serve. Chinook, Gibson keeps it alive. Happ hits it over. Borum to Olsen. Who's she going to? Good, way out of bounds. The southpaw hammered it, but way out of bounds. Point LP. Abby Happ back to serve, arguably the best server for the Lady Cavs. And LP trails by just 2 here in the first set. Happ going deep to Borum. It's towards the net. Olsen keeps alive. Martin tapped up, kept alive by LP. Chinook the bump. Set Zimmerman. Spike Gibson is blocked. Weber with the bump. Zimmelman the set. Taylor taps it over. Olsen for Sterling going backwards. Borum. Here's Kaylee Martin. It's going out of bounds. Out of bounds. LP did not touch it. Point Lady Cavs. It's a 19-18 game. Boy, if LP comes back and wins this set, it's got to be a backbreaker for Sterling. They're up 18-10. Let's see. A nice serve. Sterling's backpedaling a bit. Martin's just going to have to bump it over. Let's see if the Cavs can tie it. Hap, Zimmelman, Gibson, the tap. Sterling gets it over. What hustle by the Golden Warriors? Gibson, Zimmelman, Weber the spike, blocked, but point LP. And the LP coaches pump their fist because the Cavaliers have won 9 of the last 10 points to tie this game up at 19. Abby Hap to Borum. Olsen setting up Good. And she hits into the net. Right now, Macy Good has no confidence for Sterling. She's hit a couple long, and that one she laid off and hit it right into the net. Timeout Sterling. How about the Lady Cavs? Again, they were down 18-10. Now lead 20-19 in this first set. What a comeback.
This has been quite the run by LP. They really, like I said before, keeping Sterling out of sync. Sterling's back row defense has been very shaky. They're not getting good passes. And so the sets aren't really that great either. They're not to a spot where the hitters can really effectively put it down. That's why they're hitting it out. Yep. They're hitting it into the net. So if LP can keep doing that, they're going to be in very good shape. And right now they have all the momentum.
Momentum is a big part of sports, and LP has it right now. Sterling calling their second timeout in this set. Let's see if they can regroup. The LP super fans right behind the Sterling bench. That can't help the Golden Warriors' confidence. 20-19 back into the timeout. Abby Hap to serve.
Update for Fieldcrest. They're down 22-14 in the first set.
Hap serves it, and Olsen sets it. Here's Kaylee Martin. And Martin out of the timeout. A big message sent by Kaylee Martin. She hammers it home for Sterling. Ties the game back up at 20. So we're back even. Back to serve for Sterling is Olivia Pilgrim. 20 all. Pilgrim hits it deep, out of bounds. LP will take it. A service error against the Golden Warriors. Chloe Chanot was the Lady Cav will let it go, and she'll step right back and serve for LP. She serves it deep, and here come the Golden Warriors. Olsen setting up Kaylee Martin, and she eats up the Cavaliers. LP saying that was a violation. I think it is going to be a lift. Let's see. Taylor Gibson's wondering.
Well, the refs are talking now.
Mark Habercorn shaking his head. He thinks he's going to get the call. Let's see. Are they going to do another redo or what?
Well, the refs took out a yellow card.
It's soccer here. I didn't know they had yellow card in volleyball. Every official is meeting right now.
The Sterling coach appears to be very upset.
Yeah, he's walking away. The scoreboard went ahead and gave that point to Sterling.
The initial call appeared to be a lift on LP, but I'm not sure what LP kind of pointed out there or something.
Yeah, God, every coach came off their seat for LP, so they saw something. And the officials are still talking. This is a big, big point here with the first set up for grabs between the Lady Cavs and the Sterling Golden Warriors. Sterling's going to get the point out of it. And Coach Mark Abercorn going to want an explanation. So it's tied at 21. The LP going to have to shake that off. The judgment call went to the Sterling Golden Warriors. Back to serve is Troncoso. $21 all. Still looking for the Sterling coach. Did he, was he the reason for that little warning?
Probably sitting at the end of the bench over here.
Yeah. So we're back in action. It's 21 all. Kaylee Martin for Sterling. It goes out of bounds. Big break. Martin with the spike out of bounds. Point LP 22-21. Quincy Weber back to serve. Let's see if LP can build up a little bit of a lead here. Martin to Olsen. Back to Kaylee Martin. Taps it over. Nice bump by Weber. Gibson setting it to nobody. The problem was Quincy Weber made the great bump, and I think that's who Taylor was trying to set it to, but there was no way Quincy was going to recover quick enough to try to spike that home. So it's 22 all. LP with a bit of an error on their end. Martin going to go way out of bounds. Other than at the front of the net tonight, Kaylee Martin's kind of been a liability for Sterling. 23-22, LP with Taylor Gibson serving. Taylor hits it to Martin. She bumps it to Olsen. Looking cross court to Borum. Big bump by Chanot. Castelli to Zimmelman, blocked, and Gibson. Reaction time not quick enough. Give Borum another point for Sterling. She's been their best player. 23-23. Back to serve for the Golden Warriors is Allison Olsen. Into the lineup is the 6-foot sophomore Macy Good. Olsen hits it. Gibson. Zimmelman just taps it over. Sterling's able to play it. Here comes Borum. Big dig by Happ. It's at the net. Who's got it? Whistle blows. Point LP. Over the net on Sterling. LP got that judgment call. 24-23. LP serving for this crucial first set. Here's Tristan Chapman, who had an ace already in this set. LP fans come to their feet. This is a huge first set. After LP trailed 18-10, Chapman to Borum. Here come the Golden Warriors. Borum serves, spikes it into the net. LP wins the first set, 25-23. The Lady Cavs were down 18-10, and they win the first set over Sterling, 25-23. Let's take a break, catch our breaths. We'll come back. Kevin will have numbers for set number 2. LP up 1 set, and 1 set win away from the Super Sectional.